Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Florida State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple of throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Auburn's offense will take the field for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that, a cornerback, that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And they got him for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a move. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
The Seminoles are on the move. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead's extended a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. The give to the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Off play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up.
The ball is out behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he... Defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. Looking for space. It's Frost. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a... in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Williams will pass. Quarterback extends the play. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in the scrum.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Comes out throwing on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The give to the back. At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch past the sticks. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you've got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. And they just got to make more plays.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll throw it on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Quickly complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Daly. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And guys, how much better? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the ball.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Give to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And the returner goes down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. Auburn lines up quickly. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now from inside the red zone. He finds his man.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. Snags it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the back. Got his man on the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Williams looking for a man. It's on target and complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse. Third down play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. From the gun, give on the inside. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
The play action fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Thorne. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Noles moving quickly to the line. Williams will pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Noles send out the punt unit. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. He'll pitch it. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. They've been running it, but now the pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Off play action on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Barges ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then
he hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tigers. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Salt interwoven, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Florida Atlantic. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates we'll see and hear. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. He's loose. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Snagged in the middle. It's Thorne. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Williams looking for a man. Dumps it to the back. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You've got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Got his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Buying some time as he moves left. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. This attack's so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner will be dragged down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's going to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jet.